So this is, we finished the nearly theory. Some more small points are there which I will discuss, and then we'll proceed for the problem solving session. See, give the heading, general equation of 2 degree polynomial. See, generally in a coordinate geometry you will study one topic that is called the pair of straight line. So there you will see that there will be the combined equation of the two lines will be given to you. Same things I'm talking here. Maybe sometimes quadratic can be given, quadratic of 2x and y, given something like this, ax square plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus 2hxy plus c equal to 0. I wrote everything. Yes. This is called as the 2 degree equation, general equation of polynomial, which contains x and y variable will be there. So you can easily understand it's a product of the two linear equation. One is the something like a1x plus b1y plus c1 and a2x plus b2y plus c2, a2x plus b2y plus c2. If you multiply these two linear, you will get something like this, yes or no? Because if this will multiply, you will get x square term, you will get xy term, you will get x term, you will get xy term, you will get y square term, you will get this y term, and then you will get a constant term also. That's what is coming. This is called the general equation of the two variable equation, quadratic. So this is why we are studying here. Sometimes they used to ask one question. Basically, it's a coordinate geometry question. It's not a quadratic equation question. Is not there. But maybe when you solve your material and all, sometime it can come. So this is the or you can say this is the general equation of the any curve in coordinate geometry. If a equal to b and h equal to 0, it will become circle. Some condition you will put ABC, it will become parabola, it may become ellipse, it may become hyperbola, it can become a straight line. So this is the correct name is that general equation of the any curve in coordinate geometry. This is represented by this segment. I hope getting all of you. Is it clear? So this is what called as the general term. In this, a simple questions will be for your quadratic point of view. Condition for two linear factors. Means what is the condition that it can be factorized into linear? What I mean to say, listen me carefully. Suppose I say x square plus y square. Can you factorize? No, I cannot factorize. But if I will write x square minus y square, can you factorize? Yes, I can factorize x minus y into x plus y. But here you cannot factorize. If you will try to factorize forcefully, you will get the factor in terms of the imaginary, because this can be written as a what? X square minus iy whole square. By I square is the minus 1. So this is now you can factorize, but the factor will come imaginary. So if you want that any quadratic, two variable quadratic, you want to factorize two linear, so it should be something like this format should be there. Otherwise you cannot factorize. So this case is not that this much simple we can tell oral. We must have some kind of the logic by which we can tell. That's what the logic. I'm not going to give the proof and all, because that proof you will study in your straight line, when pair of straight line, when sir will teach you, that time you will share. Only thing you have to remember the one condition. Condition is this: determinant of one minute. Actually, I just remember by a trick. this. So this is the what, for time being you have to remember this much only. You don't have to do anything else. Rest proof how, what is the meaning of this, why do we do linear factor factorization, all these things you will study in your pair of straight line topic. I am not going into that one very much detail. Only thing this you have to remember. This remembering is not very easy task. So when I used to learn, that time my teacher gave me one trick to remember it, because it's a skew matrix kind of things. It's a very difficult to remember. So I will tell you that trick. What he told me, please avoid the wording. A haughty girl having boyfriend gone for cinema. This is the way I used to remember it, otherwise I cannot remember it. Please avoid the wording. A haughty girl having boyfriend gone for cinema. That's all. It will mistake will not come, because it is so typical kind of the determinant, we used to forget it. It's very common, we used to forget. So this way it will be easily remember in your mind and mistake will not come. Same thing you can apply in your coordinate geometry also, same thing will be coming, because this determinant is a very common determinant. It will be very useful so many places. So you can use this logic and you can tell this. So this is the condition for which we can say that any quadratic of 2 degree can be factorized in two linear form. This will be condition has to satisfy. If this condition satisfy, we'll say it can be factorized. If it not satisfy, we'll say it cannot be factorized. Simple straightforward rule. Is this clear to everybody? Okay. All of you wrote it. Okay. So this point, I will do 1-2 question on this part. When I will solve problem, we will discuss the problem. That time I will include some questions. Don't worry. Now, some important points. About the equation. Few points I will tell you, which sometimes you can use it very easily, and you can solve the questions sometimes very quickly. Few points I already told you that whenever this any graph intersect x-axis, that will be called as that is the root of the, if we convert that expression as an equation. So by the graph we can tell the things. First point here, write down. If coefficient of fx equal to 0, if coefficient of fx equal to 0, change its sign by m times, then the equation fx equal to 0 will have maximum m positive roots. What is the meaning? Let me explain. Very important point. Any equation, I'm not talking about the quadratic, maybe cubic, maybe biquadratic, maybe power 5, any kind of the things is coming. If they ask you how many maximum positive roots can be happen, for example, let's take one example, x power 5 minus 3x power 4 plus x cube plus x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0. This is the 5-degree equation. Can you see it? This 5-degree equation, if they ask how many maximum positive root, to think coefficient how many times? Here coefficient is what? Positive. Now coefficient become negative. So one time change. Then again here negative, then again positive. One more time change. After that no change. Positive, 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 positive. So how many times coefficient changing its sign? 2 times. So this equation 100% sure maximum 2 positive roots. Maximum, be clear. I am not saying it's having 2 positive root. Either it will have 0 positive root or 1 positive root or 2 positive. It's impossible that it can have 3 positive root. It is impossible that it can have 4 positive root. It's impossible that it can have 5 positive roots. Because maximum root is 5. All of you understood this point. Is it clear to everybody? The same logic we apply there also. Think carefully. Ax square plus bx plus c. Both the roots are negative. What is the condition? A, B, C must have same sign. Remember all of you. A, B, C must have same sign. Means coefficient does not change its sign. If coefficient does not change its sign, it means maximum positive roots will be what? 0. Like if I say, watch it carefully everybody, 2x square plus 7x plus 1 equal to 0. Correct? This equation. I have to just see and check that key how many positive root, how many negative root. I will see that key is the coefficient changing its sign. No. No. Coefficient does not change its sign. That means maximum positive root in this case will be what? 0. That means this equation cannot have positive roots. Yes or no? This equation cannot have the positive roots, and that's what we learn. If A, B, C having same sign, then both the roots will be negative. Did you understand this first point, everybody? Is it clear? So by looking equation, we predict something, and that's what I'm trying to teach you from all these. Second condition. To know maximum negative roots of fx equal to 0. I said, wait, to know, please cut it. This writing will be otherwise difficult. Maximum negative roots of fx equal to 0 is equal to maximum positive roots of f of minus x equal to 0. I don't want to give the new method. What the previous method we learned, by using that logic we'll do. If you want to get the maximum negative roots, so what the logic I applied, try to recall. I told you if you want to make all the roots become minus, to replace x by minus x. That's what I did it. So maximum negative root of fx equal to 0 is equivalent to maximum positive roots of f of minus x equal to 0. And how to calculate maximum positive roots, all of you already know. Now look this question again. I know that maximum positive roots is 2. Maximum positive roots is 2. This equation. Maximum positive roots is 2. That's we already calculated. I want to know maximum negative root. What I will do? I will replace x by minus x. So what I'll get? Minus x power 5. Minus 3x power 4. Minus x cube. Plus x square. Minus x plus 1 equal to 0. I hope able to understand. Simply I replace x by minus x. Now the maximum positive root of this equation will represent maximum negative root of this equation. So how many positive root? no change, no change, one change, one more change, one more change. Could not understand. Are bhai, no change, no change, one change, negative to positive, then again positive to negative, one more change, then again negative to positive, one more change. This is also called as the coefficient only. So maximum negative roots of this equation, I am talking about this equation only, 3. Did not understand? Or I understood all of you? So if anybody asks maximum real root, how many can be happen? 5. Maximum positive root 2, maximum negative root 3. Understood my point? So negative roots cannot be 4. Negative roots cannot be 5. Means if they are giving the option that this equation solving, I cannot solve. Nobody can solve it. Somebody can solve, but I cannot solve. If this equation you have to solve, they will give the option. This is having 3 positive, 2 negative root. Wrong option, because maximum positive root is 2. Understood? This is the way the questions will be asked to you. They will give the equation some unnecessary equation and they will ask you to analyze the roots. It doesn't mean you have to find the roots. You have to get the idea by using that. For example, suppose if all of you wrote this point with the example. Okay. Let's make some interesting thing. If I say to you, this is one equation. Please watch carefully. X power 6 plus 5x power 4 plus 2x cube x square plus 5 equal to 0. Please don't write, watch it. If I ask you how many possible roots, so you'll say 6 because 6 degree equation. If I ask you how many maximum positive roots, no change, no change, no change, no positive root. This equation does not have positive roots. Okay. How many negative roots? Maximum negative root. So I will replace x by minus x. I am not replacing, nothing will happen. If you replace x by minus x, nothing change here. Minus x power 6 will be x power 6 only. Minus x power 4 is the x power 4 only. Minus x power 2 is the x power 2 only. And there is no x here. So maximum negative root, 0. Could not understand. Understood? Means this equation does not have positive root, does not have negative roots. Is the 0 is the root of this? No, 0 will not satisfy this. And 0 is also not root. No positive root, no negative root, no 0. So what is the roots? All 6 roots are imaginary roots. This equation, all the 6 roots are imaginary roots. There is no real root of this equation. We don't have to use pen paper. Directly we can say, and this is the way, this kind of the conclusion is called as the discrete algebra. Discrete algebra is a huge, it's not one day, it's a whole book. You don't have to go that much deep. Whatever your point for the JEE, I will let you know in between. Did you understand, everybody? So analysis of the roots can be done very easily. It will not be big problem. So if big equation is coming, means quadratic is coming, no problem. That anyhow we can solve it and we can tell. If it's quadratic is not coming, then only problem will be there. There only I am trying to help you as much as possible. So if bigger degree is coming, we should do this way in analysis. Another point, right? Every odd degree polynomial equation, every odd degree polynomial equation will have at least one real root. Any odd degree polynomial will have at least one real root. That's guarantee. Any odd degree polynomial. Why so? I'll tell you. If you take up any odd degree polynomial, please listen carefully, everybody. To use this logic, one thing I will tell you, since calculus is not done for you, but still this much all of you know. Polynomial function is always continuous. Means polynomial expression is always continuous. This is the continuous, C-O-N-T-I-N-O-U-S. Why I said this? Means graph of this function will be continuous. It will not be broken graph. Any polynomial, it's a single degree, or quartic, or cubic, any kind of the polynomial is there. So polynomial is always continuous expression, continuous function. So whenever we draw the graph of polynomial function, we don't have to worry it's going to break at any point. It never break. It's always continuous function. What exactly this? Why I am telling this? Look carefully, everybody. When we say odd degree polynomial, let me explain you by example. Suppose I say x cube plus x plus 1 equal to 0. This I am talking. If I will put x equal to minus infinity, graph will be here. Why? If you put x equal to minus infinity, so minus infinity power cube will be what? Infinity. Again minus infinity. This will become minus infinity cube. This will become minus infinity. Of course, don't say sir infinity minus, nothing like that one. From these two, you can take x common. So you'll get x square minus 1 in plus 1. Look carefully, everybody. X is minus infinity, so this value will become minus infinity. This value will become infinity, because infinity minus 1 is the infinity only. So minus infinity into infinity will be what? Infinity. But minus. The whole value will be minus infinity or not. Some people collapse. I assume this value as a y equal to x cube plus x plus 1. If I ask you for x equal to 1, what is the y value? You will say 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3. For x equal to 0, what is the value? 1. If I say for x equal to minus infinity, when x is at minus infinity here, where is y? I will say minus infinity. Why so? Always look bigger degree. This is smaller, forget it. They are the small. Bigger degree concentrate. If I will put x equal to minus infinity whole cube will be minus infinity only or not. Did you understand? Infinity, what I told you, a very large number. So infinity power cube will be what? Again infinity. So this will be minus infinity here, somewhere downside, at minus infinity. At infinity, where it will be? At infinity, it will be here. Means graph start from minus infinity and go to plus infinity, and this red line is saying polynomial function is always continuous function. So graph surely will go like this and reach to this point. Straight line will not be there, don't worry. So minimum one intersection can take place or not? Without crossing x-axis, how it can reach to here? So minimum one real root. I am not saying this is way only. It can be for this graph, it can be this way also. Gone, down, then again reach here. So 3 real roots. Here 3 real root. Here 1 real root, 2 imaginary. It may be happen this way. Gone, touch. Then also 3 real root, but 2 roots are equal roots. Did you understand? Any odd expression, any odd degree polynomial surely will start from minus infinity and go to plus infinity, or it start from plus infinity, go to minus infinity, depend on the sign of x cube or x maximum degree. So 100% one intersection will take place, minimum one intersection. That's why every odd degree will have at least 1 real root. Is it clear to everybody? Okay. Write it these points, whatever you understood in your language, everything in your language, you should write it. Is it done? More point. If fx equal to 0 is a polynomial equation with real coefficient and f of a into f of b less than 0, then fx equal to 0 will have at least one real root between a and b. Did you understand the meaning of this? From previous idea you can get it very easily. Fx is a polynomial. I don't know which degree polynomial, 2 degree, 3 degree, 100 degree, I don't know. But one thing is they are saying, कि suppose a and b are some 2 points on the x-axis, f of a into f of b less than 0 means sine of f of a and sine of f of b are opposite. Meaning, if f at a f of a is positive, so at b f of b will be negative. And if f of at a f of a is negative, then at b f of b is positive. अरे भाई, polynomial function is always continuous. So at a graph above x-axis, now it has to go below x-axis, so surely it will do at least one intersection. Never say कि one real root. It may be one real root, it may be two real root, it may be three real root. It depends on the degree of the equation and all other conditions, because there may be situation can come something like this also. See? Did not see. So at f of a is negative, f of b is what? Positive, blue color. F of a is negative and f of b is what? Positive. But how many roots? 1, 2, 3. This way also can be. In between it can do like this. Alright, did you understand, everybody? So that is why I word use at least one real root. Means minimum one real root will be there. It may be happen that it can be more than one real root. So many people did not understand. Is it clear to everybody? Is it clear to everybody? Now, suppose if anybody asking you one question, answer me. If wait a minute. Look the question and answer me. A option real and may equal. B option real and distinct. C option imaginary. D option cannot say. Got it? I'm waiting for your answer. Should I solve it? चलिए. Look at here. This I assume as a fx. Fx equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Yes or no? Now, what is the f of minus 2? 4a square minus 2b plus c. What will be f of 0? C. Yes or no? So, f of, sorry, this is 4a, not 4a square. Correct? All of you able to understand what I'm doing? Now, I want to know that what is the sign of these two. Look, concentrate here. What is this saying? This saying 4a minus 2b plus c divided by c less than 0. What does mean? What is the meaning? Of this and this having opposite sign. This and this having opposite sign means f of minus 2 and f of 0 having opposite sign. This indicate कि at minus 2 graph, I don't know above or below, wherever graph at 0 graph will be here. So means 100% sure there is an intersection. Exactly one intersection will take place, not more than one. Why? Because this is a quadratic. Maximum 2 roots are there, maximum 2 intersection. If more than one intersection will take place, then graph again will come back. Not getting my point. Are you able to understand? So this will be having exactly one real root between minus 2 and 0. Other root where? I don't know. I don't know. It may be graph can come like this. Maybe graph can go like this. So somewhere is there. But surely that is not between minus 2 and 0. So this quadratic having one root between minus 2 and 0, other root I don't know, but surely that will be somewhere else. So both roots are the which kind of the roots? Real root, and they are different. They are real and different. JEE question. How many of you got it? Okay. Sometimes we analyze the roots of the equation by using mean value theorem and application of derivative, maximum, minima and all those things. Those part I am not doing. That part you will see, learn in the application of derivative. That time you will understand better way. So by chance mean value theorem based question is coming like Rolle's theorem and Lagrange mean value theorem. By using that also we used to analyze what is the roots condition. Those things I will not be doing in this. So by this your quadratic equation theory is totally over. Now nothing left. Theory I finished. Now 2 lecture I will take more. Miss today one more lecture I will take where only problem solving. I will show you the question, you have to solve it and immediately I will solve. That will be getting finished. Now you have to do as much as practice you can do. See, spending time with the one particular question, it is not waste of time. Sometimes any question is coming, you spend it one particular question nearly half an hour or 1 hour. So some children think that I wasted my time. No, we learn a lot. So first time when you are doing some particular concept, take time, spend time with the question and fight with the question. In place of directly asking to teacher, are they looking solution? You should fight with them. Why I am not getting something? Is there? Think so many possibility, and once you will get, you won't believe that how much happiness you will get if by chance any really good question you are able to solve after some time of the fight. So you should spend time. That will make sure that this topic will become more and more stronger. If I will make 100 question, ask you and I solve it, it will not give you confidence solving 10 questions by your own. That is the very much confidence will give you. If I will solve, my confidence level will increase, not your. Anyway, but every variety I will discuss once. Rest you have to discuss your own. So let's start doing the questions. I already wrote it to save the time. I don't want to waste your time and my time. I just copy paste. 1 minute time I will give. Is it over? Chaliye, I will solve. One quadratic 2-degree equation is there. I have to convert into the linear factor. The equation is given 2x square plus mxy. I will write in proper way. We write in our way. What was way? Equation must be general equation. We write this way: by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c plus 2hxy plus c equal to 0. I think I told you. Now this we should write in this style only. The 2x square plus 3y square. Okay, this is done. This is done. X term no. So plus 0x. Y term yes is there, minus 5y. Then xy term yes, that is the plus mxy, plus constant yes, minus 2 equal to 0. So a equal to 2, b equal to 3, g equal to 0, f equal to minus 5 by 2, h equal to m by 2. I hope able to understand all of you know. H equal to 2m, sorry, not sorry, 2hxy equal to this, the 2h equal to m, so h equal to m by 2. 2 and c equal to minus 2. Determinant, a haughty girl having boyfriend gone for cinema equal to 0. So putting into this, a value 2, b h value m by 2, g value 0, h value m by 2, b value 3, f value minus 5 by 2, g value 0, f value minus 5 by 2, and c value minus 2 equal to 0. Rest is the just calculation, nothing else. You should know how to expand and convert into this determinant. I hope all of you know this into this gone, minus 6, minus this into this, so minus 25 by 4, minus m by 2 into this gone. I may do calculation mistakes, so carefully. Minus m into 0, that's all, and 0 into, forget, it must be equal to 0. So we are getting minus 12 minus 25 by 2 plus m square by 2 equal to 0. So m square by 2 is equal to 12 into 2, how much? 24 minus 20 minus 49 by 2, 2 by minus plus, m equal to plus minus 7. If I didn't do any calculation mistake. How many of you got it? Nobody got. Okay. चलिए next question. Same kind of question. चलिए हो गया. Look at here. It's over. This much time is nahi. What is the A value? 1. What is the B value? K. What is the C value? K. What is the G value? 1. What is the F value? 0. What is the H value? 1. I hope I did correct. Let's put it. A heart equal 1. H value 1. G value 1. Having H value किधर गया 1. Having B is K. Friend F0. Gone G1. For F value 0. Cinema K is equal to 0. It's very simple. Nothing has to done. Expand directly. We can make it more simpler by using determinant property, but it's okay. This gone 1 into K square. K square minus 1 into this gone K plus this gone minus K. Equal to 0. If I didn't do mistake, so K square minus 2K equal to 0. That means K equal to 0 or 2. How many of you got this? Good. Okay, good. Question, write it first, everybody, because this is your homework. Further question we'll discuss in the next class. Find the all value of m for which the inequality is satisfied for all positive value of x. Try to interpret with the graph. You may be or as you wish to do. I don't want to restrict. Any other question? Yes. This question also write it. Find all value of b for which less than 0 for at least one negative x. This line meaning you should understand. At least one negative value of x slightly typical questions. Any other? No other. These two questions is your homework. You have to solve it and send me the answer for these two questions. All right. Sorry. Thank you very much.